Hello everyone, I am Peter, and on behalf of the entire team, I extend a warm welcome to the second module of the Collaborative Futures, entitled Theoretical Foundations. This course introduces you to the evolving field of participatory local development and its key players. We'll explore the roles and collaboration of entities involved in these initiatives. Ideal for students, professionals, policymakers, or anyone interested in community engagement, this course provides a detailed look at the key figures and organizations influencing local communities. We're thrilled to start this journey with you. This learning experience will be meaningful and enriching. Should you have questions or need assistance, our AI assistant is ready to help. Let's preview the module highlights. In Part 1, I'll guide you through the basics of sustainable and participatory local development, including a variety of objects and contemporary approaches. Next, we'll explore Part 2, Sustainable Development at Local Level. Part 3, Place-Based Development. Part 4, Sustainable Cities and Communities. Part 5, Participatory Governance. This module covers the key theories of participatory local development, explaining how concepts like place-based and integrated approaches are applied in policy to emphasize sustainability in planning and decision-making. It also examines how policy and planning connect with governance, involving both governmental and non-governmental entities, civil society, and networks that support decision-making and authority. The focus extends to participatory governance and inclusive planning, integrating current global trends. Sustainable development ensures current needs are met without compromising future generations. Initially defined in the 1987 Brundtland Report as balancing economic, social, and environmental goals, it promotes harmony in decision-making aimed at protecting resources while fostering economic growth. Local sustainable development enhances a region's economic, social, and environmental conditions using local resources, improving well-being and life quality. It aligns with the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, fostering global resilience and sustainability. Goal 11 targets sustainable, inclusive, safe, and resilient cities and communities, stressing community-involved urban planning to protect resources and preserve cultural heritage. Goal 16 aims to build peaceful, just societies with strong institutions through inclusive, accountable governance, enhancing community trust and participation, thus reinforcing social cohesion and promoting grassroots peace and justice. Another critical approach possessing the necessary connection between local development and local characteristics and actors is the place-based one. Place-based development not only takes the local characteristics into account, but tries to harmonize the development processes of the different sectors and territorial levels. The core of place-based approach is the well-coordinated, multilateral, and continuous communication between the place-based actors and institutions and the superplace ones in reference to different territorial levels and different sectors of a defined geographic location each time. In this way, the dialogue frame is developed, enhancing information flow, understanding, and decision-making processes. This approach is ideally characterized by partnering and shared design, shared stewardship, and shared accountability for outcomes and impacts. The core of place-based approach is the well-coordinated, multilateral, and continuous communication between the actors and institutes from different territorial levels and different sectors. The different territorial levels are visible in the presentation, starting from a neighborhood level and leading hierarchically and steadily to the national one through a bottom-up understanding. Sustainable urban development focuses on city growth, addressing critical global challenges. Over 56% of the world's population lives in urban areas, projected to rise to nearly 70% by 2050. Cities face diverse challenges based on their location, yet share common risks concerning the environment, social justice, and democracy, necessitating a re-evaluation of development to integrate environmental and social policies. Described by Vula Mega and John Pedersen in 1998, a sustainable city balances economic, environmental, and socio-cultural progress with active citizen participation. Globally, sustainable urban development goals are reinforced by UN Human Settlement Conferences, including Habitat 1 in Vancouver 1976, Habitat 2 in Istanbul 1996, a city-focused conference in New York 2001, and Habitat 3 in Quito 2016, which adopted the new urban agenda. In the European Union, sustainable urban development is a long-standing goal, solidified by the European Parliament's Regulation 1301 from 2013, Article 7, supporting integrated strategies to address urban challenges and promote urban-rural connections. What kind of governance is needed for local sustainable development? Essentially, good governance that includes both formal and informal approaches to foster sustainable development, shape people-centered policies, minimize conflicts, and build trust among stakeholders. The World Bank identifies 8 key traits of good governance. It should be participatory. It involves the active participation of all stakeholders, ensuring that diverse voices and perspectives are considered in decision-making processes. Consensus-oriented. It seeks to build consensus among stakeholders, fostering collaboration and cooperation to address common challenges. Accountable. It holds decision-makers responsible for their actions, ensuring transparency and oversight to prevent abuse of power. Transparent. It ensures that decision-making processes, institutions, and information are open, accessible, and understandable to all stakeholders. Responsive. It responds to the needs and concerns of all members of society, particularly the most vulnerable and marginalized groups. Effective and efficient. It achieves desired outcomes with minimal resources, maximizing the impact of interventions and services. Equitable and inclusive. It promotes fairness and inclusivity, ensuring that all individuals have equal access to opportunities and resources. Follows the rule of law. It upholds legal frameworks and principles, ensuring that decisions are made in accordance with established laws and regulations. Furthermore, it seeks to ensure that corruption is minimized, the views of minorities are taken into account, and that the voices of the most vulnerable in society are heard in decision-making. It is also responsive both to the present and future needs of society. Good governance is crucial for local development, ensuring sustainable growth, cultural preservation, and economic improvement. By creating policies focused on community needs, it enhances resource use, decision-making, and innovation. Good governance also promotes stakeholder collaboration and trust, vital for maintaining cultural heritage and boosting economic well-being. Before concluding, let's briefly highlight key aspects of participatory planning. Participatory processes are vital in policymaking within governments and corporations, as noted by Creighton, 2005, and the World Food Programme. Creighton details how these processes incorporate the views and needs of various groups in decision-making, and the World Food Programme stresses their role in empowering marginalized communities. Identifying commonalities between these approaches reveals 4 key elements. First, there is interaction between decision-making entities and participants. Second, participatory processes are structured and planned, rather than occurring by chance. Third, while participants have significant influence, decision-making also involves experts and established structures. Lastly, participatory processes are applied in policy development across various public and private sectors, though not universally in political and social spheres. Embracing these concepts allows for the effective incorporation of diverse opinions, enhances inclusivity, and fosters stronger, lasting decision-making. Before you leave, you should know that this course is built under the fruitful collaboration of all partners involved in ProMenhance project team. For this module, Common Space's team from Greece was responsible. Do not hesitate to contact directly those contributed for further input. Congratulations, you have now finished the second module of Collaborative Futures course. Hope you enjoyed the lessons so far. You can now move towards the next chapters, exploring with more details key competencies related to local participatory development. Thanks again for enrolling. See you soon.